Hi, and welcome to another episode of Type with Me. Today we're going to talk about opine, a library for Deno. It uses the same principles as express.js, right? So we're going to see how we can use that all together. So opine, you can be found that on GitHub, right? You can find also some more info about that. You will see that the last commit was 2 days ago, so again, very fresh library. So it also has some issues, it also has some stars. Again, Deno is very new, so also these kind of frameworks or libraries are still very new, so just take a look at it. It's a fast, minimalistic web framework for Deno ported from express.js, right? One thing that I still want to mention before we are going to start is that Deno has a lot of plugins that are very good for them. So when you go to Deno support for Visual Studio Code, here Deno land, well, then you will find a very good support for that. And of course, we are going to install that. You will see that other Deno plugins are deprecated, so please keep an eye on that, but this is the official one for Deno land, right? So when we going to save that, we can just execute it. And then of course we have a very simple one. So when we go to localhost 4100, you will see or get hello world. And ta-da, we get hello world. Yeah, that's indeed a very basic example, right? So let's go and see some other examples that are resemblable towards what you also are being capable of doing with express.js, right? So one of the next examples that I want to show you is the fact that you can parse JSON when you do a post, right? So like what you have with express.js is also what you have with opine. You have middleware here, and so one of the middleware functions that come with opine is JSON, for example, to parse your JSON from your post method. It's quite the same like with express.js. So you have a JSON payload, and then it will be parsed towards that middleware, and then you go and get yourself further on with that. Like I said, it's inspired by express.js, so not everything is like express.js. So so when we do a curl here, you'll see that he just parses that and give you the same thing back, right? So alright, nice. Another middleware that you can use is serve static, right? So first of all, you give some options. Here I give an option fall true, redirect true, and then I can set some headers, right? Then I just use the serve static, and I say that I'm gonna use the public folder, and then options. And then of course I'm gonna listen to it, and then here I have my static files, right? So that's also a very good thing to do, to use the middleware serve static, right? So opine started on port 4100, so we have that. And then you see that I have typewith.me.text. This is a text from typewith.me. Are you with me? Right, so that's what we put into the public folder. So here I have my public folder, right, where I have this is a text from typewith.me. Are you with me? So you can put whatever you want as of static files there, and it will be served throughout Deno with opine, right? So another example could be to render just HTML files with some syntax in it to parse that, right? So also there we have express.js, but keep in mind that these projects are still very early and can cause some problems, right? So I'm just going to show you the code. I was trying this out and it gives me some errors. So I don't know yet what is going on there, but I just want to show you a little bit of the code and how it's been built up. And that's very similar to what express.js has. It has an engine, right? And there we have a render file to string. And then of course we have here our views folder where we have our views here. And then you have just an object, you pass it to res.render, right? And then he will pass these kind of variables towards your template. And that's basically it. So that's also a very great example from what is possible with opine. But yeah, I'm very sorry, but I got an error there, so I can show you what's going on right there, but you got the point. So maybe later on when you view this video and you test it out yourself, you will see that it works fine. So for me, I think it's better just to start with opine, just to create yourself some APIs there, and then just have a static folder where you serve your React.js application, and then you can just pinpoint from your React.js application or your Angular.js application or your Angular application or your Vue application towards a backend API. So another great example that I can show you is here /redirect, right? And then we have a res.location/home, which sends a status of 301. We set the location header using the res location, and then we send the response with a 301, right? So that's also something that I can show you. Right, yeah, we don't have registered a home, so you will have cannot get, right? But then when we go to redirect, we will be redirected to /home, right? So that's something that we have configured in our application, and this works. So what I said already lately, it's very nice to use this to set out an API. Right, so what we have here a JavaScript object that I passed by, and when we go to /home, you will see that we will get that object there. Ta-da! We have some spider comic rain as an array. So here we have our JSON object. So like I said, you just create that, use that as an REST API. Use opine for the REST API. It has also a static folder, so you can just put there your application, your React application, and then just call your backend throughout Deno, and you're off to go, right? You can create some strong applications. So I hope you learned something, right? One of the things that's very important to know is that these libraries are very early stage, right? So be careful with that. If you are a little bit adventurous and you say, okay, I want to use them and I also want to contribute, so if I found some errors, if I found something that's going wrong, well, then this is definitely something for you. I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I definitely enjoyed creating this for you guys. Hope you liked it. Please subscribe to my channel, support me with this endeavor. I really enjoyed to give you great content every week, and see you next time. Thank you very much.